Welcome back to Smarter Markets at IETA's North America Climate Summit 2024. I'm here with Juan Durán, CEO of EcoRegistry. Great to have you back.
Thank you, Dave, and great to be here. Like last year we met, and happy to be here.
We did, and it's good to sit down with you again and see what's happened. So I'm curious, when you were thinking about coming to the conference this year, what were you looking to discuss with the other participants?
Very good. So actually, this year has been very good because I believe the market is transforming itself from, let's say, a project-based market to a more like information, data-driven market where we share more information from the projects, the attributes of every single unit. And for that, you need an infrastructure capable of communicating all those registries to exchanges and giving away the information clear and transparent. And that's what we're here for.
And how does EcoRegistry contribute to that process for people who aren't familiar with what you're doing?
Yeah, perfect. So at EcoRegistry, we are a registration platform. So we work with different crediting programs so that the process, the workflow in the validation, verification, and issuance of the process is very clear, and all the stakeholders can interact in the same platform so that the information is traceable. So that's the first step, like safeguarding all the information that supports the evidence or the evidence that supports the issuance of every single unit. That's very important, and we give it away in a very clear format so that anybody can see it. And then afterwards, the accounting system of every single unit. So once the units are issued, then we control transfers, retirements, and connection to exchanges. And giving that as well, again, traceable and transparent is very important for the market.
Yeah, and I'm curious in terms of like the buy side and the sell side, or the supply side and the demand side of this market. I imagine having a platform makes it much easier for the project developers, where I imagine the paperwork burdens can be considerable. How does EcoRegistry help them?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, coming from a developing country myself, it has been always my worry, like communities, project developers, people that are actually doing the projects on the field really have fast access to the market, clear, transparent, and with the best possibilities to the market. So actually just organizing the platform, and the purpose why I'm here, one of the purposes is talking to all the buyers in the market, understanding the needs, how they want the information to be displayed, what are the attributes of every single unit that they want to see, so that I can make it clear and transparent to everybody, so I can help more financing flow to those projects that really need it.
And what do the buyers want to see? Anything that's surprising or new?
So they need to understand what they can be using the unit for. For example, like eligibility criteria, like for example, is this unit being accepted in this specific carbon market? Right now, there are a lot of carbon markets in the world, like you have the Egyptian carbon tax, in Querétaro, Guanajuato, different states in Mexico have carbon taxes, Colombia, Chile, Singapore has also carbon tax. So one decision point is, what can I use this unit for? Corsia is coming as well, so those kind of decision makers are very important, and also the attributes of how has been this unit originated, like nature-based solutions, technology-based solutions. Is it a specific technology that they are using, like, I don't know, landfill gas, methane capture, like those kind of attributes? That's what they want to see very clear, and yeah.
And when you look out, and think about the opportunities and challenges facing the carbon markets over the next year, what are some of those?
So I see the challenge, or I would say also an opportunity, is we need to digitize the market more, like make it available for all this information that I'm talking about, all the attributes about the project, to be exchanged between different platforms, so that decision makers can actually make more informed decisions, so data-driven decisions. It means that they have all the information at their disposal, at their display, so that they can make the right decision at the right time. That will give access to the market, to the financial sector. That will also give access to insurances to come. And people like to invest in things that they are insured.
And when you, thinking about the carbon registries like a Vera or an ART or others, how do you interface with them, or do you?
Yeah, thanks for that question. So we at EcoRegistry, we are a service provider, actually a third-party vendor to them. So what we can do is that we can provide the services to Vera, to Gold Standard, to Climate Action Reserve. Right now we do it for 5 independent standards. One of them is Carbono, the biggest one, but we also work with Heat Reduction Initiative that is being launched this week here at the Climate Week, and Asia Carbon Institute in Singapore, for example. So those crediting programs, they need to have a reliable platform so that they can do the full workflow, and then the accounting system. And that's what we provide for them as a software as a service. And then they can focus on the crediting program, environmental technical aspects of the equation, so understanding really like what are the attributes of every single project. So.
And when you speak of, digitizing the workflow, that's just in the more traditional commodity markets, that's often a challenge. What are some of the challenges you see with existing companies or even small project developers in being able to digitize that workflow that's traditionally been, I guess, paper and email?
Yeah, that's one of my challenges I live every day. So our platform requires that the project developers, they go into the platform, upload every single data, and then the auditor enters as well the platform, and if they have a change request of some information, maybe something is wrong, so they do it through the platform. So the first change is changing that behavior from using WhatsApp and email, changing that to use it through the platform so that is traceable, and that's very important. That's one thing. The other thing is also people all normally prefer using Word document and write everything down and then just send the Word document or the PDF. So changing that from a more digitized way has also been a challenge. But what we're doing is trying to facilitate that process. Also, for example, connecting with digital monitoring, reporting, and verification tools that give you, for example, satellite imagery analysis and all packed up on the system so that you can connect both of them so that you don't have to maybe download it, put it on the document and trying to do stuff like that. But yeah, it's a real challenge because people still prefer writing the doc.
We're all creatures of habit, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So I wanted to ask you, just thinking ahead to the coming year, are there certain developments or a development in the carbon market that you're going to be following that you think is an important one to watch?
I'm very expectant of the Corsia market, and also there are a lot of new crediting programs appearing in the world. In my head counts, there are around 80 of them. So competitors to Veras, to Gold Standards, to Climate Action Reserve, to Carbono, they are coming all over the world. So I see a market that is fragmented, or I don't like the word fragmented. I heard that yesterday. I like the word decentralized. So decentralized markets will give more opportunities to implement on the ground, but we need to find a way of interconnecting all those decentralized markets, and that's the challenge.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Thanks so much for dropping by and talking with us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Dave, and yeah, happy to be here always.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
80
man.
new registries and standards. That's
80. 80.